Alright people, Max Saladin here again, and welcome back to another Mass Effect Legendary Edition Insanity Run video. Today we're going to go get the Reaper IFF. This is one of the last missions we'll be doing. And then we'll be heading on to the collector base and finishing up the game. I think there'll only be one more video after this, and it will be the final mission. It's going to be pretty long, I think, because that final mission lasts a good hour or so. So I'll probably keep that into one video just to finish it up, and then I'll be back doing Mass Effect 3. Might be a little bit of a break because I've played quite a lot of Mass Effect now over the last month or so, and I kind of just want to stop and play a few other things first before coming back to doing Mass Effect 3 on Insanity. It'll probably start going up in August at some point. I'll try to get that finished up, Mass Effect 3 Insanity Run, and have that all done before Lost Judgment comes out in September. And then I'll be uploading quite a lot of videos from Judgment, I'd say. Mostly shorter stuff, just challenges and mini games and stuff like that, which is what I used to upload before I started doing Mass Effect. Got some bad news about the Judgment series recently. Turns out the actor for Yagami, his talent agency, have sort of fallen out with Sega. They don't want the game to be on PC because they think PC players will use mods that'll defame their actor, that'll make a mockery of him or whatever. And yes, Sega really wants the series to be on PC because it sells well on there. And that if this hasn't resolved this situation, this will likely be the last Judgment game, which would be pretty terrible. I mean, I'd like to get at least 3 games out of a series before a studio decides to get rid of it. It's not really that they're deciding to get rid of it, it's that the lead actor has talent agency are not happy with the idea of the game being on PC. And if Sega needs the game to be on PC to get the right amount of sales to continue working on it, and that market's not going to be there for them, and they don't really have much choice but to sort of can the series. And probably, in a way, it would be alright for me because they'll go back to working on Yakuza full time, most likely. And I would really like to get Yakuza Like a Dragon 2 as quick as possible, get another Ichiban game. A lot of people don't like that the Yakuza games went turn-based, and they were really happy that Judgment was there, keeping the brawler style going. And it's kind of sad for those people that now that's not even going to be an option if this whole thing with Judgment collapses. I think there's a chance they could resolve it yet. Like a lot of fans, and even the actor for Yagami himself, he's like, he doesn't agree with what his talent agency is doing here. So maybe they can put enough pressure on them to just, you know, think it through and go, what's the point of losing money for our actor by shutting down this game series because we didn't want it to be on PC. I understand the concerns from them as well, because a lot of time mods, they do stupid things to these actors, like Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk. People were really messing around with his character model, but CD Projekt, they stepped in and banned those mods or got rid of them and told the community to, you know, stop doing this nonsense, and that seemed to sort of work. I don't see why Sega couldn't promise the talent agency that if anybody starts putting out any inappropriate, can't even speak, that if anybody starts putting out any inappropriate mods for their game, that they promise they'll get rid of them right away or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of sad that if Lost Judgment's going to be the last Judgment game. So I think that series showed a lot of potential, and it seemed to be taking off more than even Yakuza. I think Judgment sold 1 million copies, which is pretty big for a Yakuza game. It's not really a Yakuza game; it's more of a spin-off, its own thing. But 1 million copies was really decent. Most of them don't really sell about 500 to 800k. It's kind of a niche franchise overall. So the fact Judgment was blowing up a lot bigger than that, it was a pretty good sign. So I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, just speaking about that when I should be speaking about Mass Effect, but oh well, I just since it is related to my channel, as most of my content was Yakuza and Judgment stuff, it will affect me if they don't really put out any more Judgment games. Because that's sort of the stuff that did well on my channel, just me doing a sort of tricky mini game and sort of showing that it can be beaten, so you can get the 100% in all the Yakuza games. It's one of the few franchises where I've got the Platinum Trophy for every Yakuza game, plus Judgment and Fist of the North Star. It's really pretty tricky at points, but I just really love those games, so... Okay, we're going to try to take out this Scion here. So far we're not doing too badly on this mission. Most of this level, the Reaper IFF, you are just fighting husks. They can be pretty dangerous if they get too close to you, because they just sort of stun lock you and you just get swarmed. Miranda's already been taken down, I see, so... Excuse me. We're just gonna have to hope Morden distracts them over there, keeps them off me. We'll try to keep him alive because he's helping us out by drawing someone away from us. Is that Scion still alive, or whatever you call it? Right, we're retreating backwards because we don't want to get stun locked. Thankfully the husks aren't too difficult to take down. It's just that when there's a lot of them, like in this mission, they just sort of do overwhelm you pretty easily. Morden, he's doing well, he's still up, but he must be distracting a few of them. But unfortunately we can't help him at the moment. Going for their legs seems to be good, because that just completely disables them. Just cuts them in half basically, and that's the end of them. There's Morden, he's bringing the last one towards us. Morden, get out of the way, or use Incinerate. That'll help us out. Nice. Miranda hasn't been resurrected yet, so I'm gonna guess that means there's still a few enemies over there. The Scion's probably, yeah, he's wandering in really slowly. We'll just try to unload on him with this sniper rifle. Again, we're using, what is it, the Viper, I think? We picked it up on the Thane mission.
Just the thing to help.
I think, or maybe it was the Samara mission. No, it was the Thane mission. It's a pretty great sniper rifle, 12 clip rifle, very good fire rate. If you combine it with adrenaline boost or whatever, and you just unload those 12 shots with incendiary rounds onto an enemy's face, you're going to be doing some pretty good damage. I think maybe the first rifle I had, the sniper rifle that you just start with, it was probably more powerful. Like, I was one-shotting quite a few enemies if you got headshots with it. But again, you only had one round before you had a reload, and you only had 10 rounds overall. The Viper rifle gives you about 60 rounds, I think. This is our first introduction to Legion. I don't really have much of an opinion on Legion as a character, really. Just he's introduced kind of late in this game, and I never really have much of a chance to bond with him. Because after this we're going straight to the collector base, so we really only have one mission with Legion. His loyalty mission will be available as well. I'll probably do that in the background. I won't show that. I haven't shown videos for any of the loyalty missions, just because there's so many of them, and it would mean I'm doing like 20 videos instead of like 10 or whatever. and I'm not trying to rush the game or anything, but I just want to stick to showing the main missions on Insanity. And there's nothing too difficult that happens on those loyalty missions, so I don't think anybody really needs a sort of walkthrough or guide or whatever. These videos aren't really walkthroughs or guides, they're just me rambling nonsense while doing my best to complete the missions. Maybe some people pick up some tactics that I use, but again, I'm not an expert. I haven't really researched what the best weapons are or what the best squad is. It's all just going with what I like to do. Sometimes it works out, other times we die like 7 times in one mission. That Thane mission was pretty rough. It's probably the most we died during the game. Was on Thane's recruitment mission. But we're doing alright today. We haven't died yet today. Although I have just been sort of trapped by these husks. Please get out of the Shepherd. I think we'll just retreat up here. Another Scion, or Skyon, or whatever I decided to call those guys. They're the main danger in this mission, aside from the husks. So you can sort of outmaneuver the husks by just moving backwards at all times. But the Scion, if they hit you with their little stun lock shockwave attack, and a load of husks are running towards you and you're stunned, you're going to get overwhelmed pretty quickly. So I'm just trying to move around in a circle here and just try not to get backed into a corner by these guys. Morden, where are you? I know you're alive, but if you could draw some fire, or yeah, you're firing that guy, you took his health most of down. Nice. We'll pick that up. Now where's this Scion? It was moving in. Oh, it's a lot closer than I thought, and its health is a lot higher than I thought. We could really use Miranda to warp this guy right now, but she's down again. I guess it's going to be one of those missions where Miranda sort of doesn't really help us out much. Okay, there's a lot of husks running in again. We want to get rid of this Scion before they catch up to me. Come on. Come on, get him down. Ah, Morden, help me! We'll just put up our shields again, and there we go, we've got him down. That should keep us safe for a little while, as long as we don't get trapped by these husks. Morden's been pretty lucky in this mission. He hasn't gone down yet, and the husks seem to just ignore him and just come for me, which is interesting. Just try to run circles around them and keep them away from me and stop them backing into a corner. Because that's the real danger with these husks, is just getting stuck in a corner or something. Their Miranda's back up, that must be most of them in this area. Just grab some thermal clips. And okay, what can we hack over here? Red medkit. Guess we could have resurrected Miranda there if we wanted and replaced the medkit with that.
Incoming.
Just stealing all these credits because we're walking around on platforms that aren't supposed to be in here. We're inside the Derelict Reaper at the moment. These are all platforms and research areas built by Cerberus. Their entire squad, sort of, if you listen to the audio logs you find in here, it's pretty clear that they were driven crazy or indoctrinated by the Reaper ship, even though it's destroyed. The technology, however it seems to work, it just gets in the head of people that are around it for too long. So it's probably a bad idea for Shepard and his crew to be on here, but we're planning to get in and get out and get the Reaper IFF and then just get out of there as quickly as possible. again, this mission, it sort of demonstrates that Shepard is correct to destroy the Collector base at the end and not give it to Cerberus, because as we've seen in this mission, Reaper tech, even if it is destroyed, or it seems like it's not functioning anymore, and you've defeated all the enemies on board or whatever, that the Reaper tech will eventually drive whoever's working on it or researching it. It'll drive them crazy or indoctrinate them. That's just too much of a risk to hand over to Cerberus, so it's pretty obvious that Shepard should just destroy the Collector base. And then you also, these days, you have knowledge of what happens to Cerberus in Mass Effect 3. They recover the base whether you want them to or not. The choice doesn't really matter at the end of Mass Effect 2. I wish it would have played out differently in 3. Like if you decided to give them the base, that's the reason in Mass Effect 3 that the Elusive Man and Cerberus are all indoctrinated, is because you decided to do that. But if you decided to blow up the base, it would have been nice if the Elusive Man was like, we can see now that you were correct, Shepard, and we're going to help you out in Mass Effect 3. That would have made the choice at the end of Mass Effect 2 really impactful. As it stands at the moment, giving him the base or blowing the base up, it doesn't really change much. The Elusive Man, he just gets indoctrinated either way. And they recover what's left of the base even if he did blow it up. And that's probably how they explain how they get indoctrinated, Cerberus, from the recovering the human Reaper or whatever, or what's left of it. The war assets you get from finding the fully intact human Reaper at the Cerberus base, it's not really that impressive. So again, there's not really much reason to keep the base. Unless you're really loyal to Cerberus, but I don't know why anyone now these days that you've played all 3 games and you see that in the 3rd game the Cerberus just go crazy, or they always were crazy. So I think there's some evidence that the Elusive Man was indoctrinated even in Mass Effect 2. He's been indoctrinated, but he doesn't realise it yet. There's some comic book or something that sort of goes into his origins and explains his strange eyes that he has, or Reaper tech, or something like that. And there's a long-standing theory that he's always been indoctrinated. I couldn't tell you the full details of the story because I can't remember it that well. I'd have to look up a few videos on the Elusive Man myself. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that they think about if the Elusive Man was indoctrinated for years before Shepard even encountered him. Taking down North Scion. We're still doing pretty well, we haven't gone down yet. We're making slow progress. This is just one of those missions where you have to sort of be careful, and sometimes you have to go backwards to go forward by luring all the husks backward, so you don't get sort of jammed into a wall. And so these Scions don't just wipe you out. Like that one just took half my health. I was pretty close to going down there. But we managed to survive.
What's this?
Scan that shotgun. We don't really use the shotgun much, but might as well. We'll pick up any upgrades we find regardless. We'll just quickly save there in case we die and get sent back, because I didn't see the autosave in a while. Maybe it did autosave and I didn't catch it, but there it's autosaving now. Oh well, I saved anyway just in case. Another Scion. I think there's 2 of them heading towards me. One on the left there as well. I can sort. Yeah, there he is. So this part's going to be annoying. We'll try to blow up a few of these husks with those barrels or whatever. those crates, explosive crates and canisters. We'll get out the... Oh, Miranda's down. What is it today? Miranda keeps going down every sort of encounter. I guess she's not that strong against husks. Morden just must have it worked out how to survive the husks. Most our missions, both my party members here, Miranda, Morden, they do tend to do pretty well. They don't go down that often, but I guess in this mission it's a bit different. Shields are down. Again, we're making good use of this Viper rifle. Look at how quickly it's taking this guy down. Miranda's back up, so that must be it for enemies in this section. Oh, no, here they are. Here's more of them. Not sure why Miranda resurrected then, because normally they don't let the party member get back up until you've cleared an area. Come on, Husk, go down. Nice. Oh, they keep spawning with these ruins. If they do this much longer, I'm just going to run forward because there seems to be no end. Hi, get back. Oh, what is up with this guy? Okay, Miranda and Morden sort of helped me out there. Nice work. Just hit him with Incinerate and Warp. Sort of overkill for a husk enemy, but oh well, if the powers are available, we might as well use them. Okay, now can I go forward? Hopefully there's not too many more Scions or whatever. Oh yeah, I had to open my mouth too soon. There's one coming up this hill. I think beyond that door it's basically the end of the mission. You just get into the room with the Reaper core or whatever and you just have to blow that up. It's actually a pretty short mission when you think about it. It's only taken me so long because put up my shield and run away. Yeah, this is the exact reason it's taken so long, even though it's such a short mission. Is you sort of have to keep backing away when so many husks show up. Miranda's down again. Just as, oh, there's two Scions again. Oh. And as I was gonna say, it's just not Miranda's day. She's going down every encounter with the enemies. But again, I'm still happy I brought both of them because they were helping out with these armored enemies. Just warp and incinerate. I'm doing my best to sort of cheese these guys, hide behind corners, just snipe them from pretty far back. I'm really glad I brought this Viper rifle. It's just it takes down their health pretty speedily. Incinerate that one first, Morden, please. Try to get some headshots. I don't even know where this thing's head is, but hopefully I'm hitting it. And there we go. Miranda's back up again. We'll just save again quickly. Just in case there's no autosave for a little while.
Incoming.
I think we are right near the end of the mission. We just have to go in here. Oh, did more of them come show up from behind? Right. We'll just try to bypass this door quickly then. Because I don't want to stand here and fight all those enemies. Come on. Hopefully Miranda and Morden keep any husks off me. It's really annoying. You get knocked out of the hacking. Like it doesn't freeze the game if an enemy hits you. Okay, we got the Reaper IFF. We'll just hack this while we're here. Not sure if there's any enemies behind us, but we'll just quickly do it. Maybe the door's shut after we went through it. That would be lucky. Okay, now this room actually can be tricky because there's so many husks in here. I think Legion gets knocked down here or whatever.
Incoming. Here, enjoy.
So yeah, Legion's not going to be much help. The main goal is I must be chance to fire on the core. Oh well.
Thought I was harmless, did you?
I wanted to get these husks out of the way. The main goal now is to wait for the doors of the Reaper core to open again, and then we'll just blast that to pieces. But in the meantime, there's just an endless wave of husks that you sort of have to deal with. Again, this can get tricky. You sort of just have to keep moving. Sort of don't stay in one place too long or you'll get surrounded. And I think there's a good chance Miranda and Morden are both going to go down during this because they don't really have any cover to hide behind. And unlike Shepard, they don't really move around as much. They sort of get to a position and sort of try to hold it, and they get surrounded pretty easily. I don't know how many of these have to take down until the doors open, but yeah, there's Miranda down already. It just really is not her day, whatever's going on. She's just not really equipped to battle husks, I guess. There, it's opening, okay, and just unload on it with the these husks are so annoying. Come on, reload Shepard and just unload on this thing. Come on, I'm stun locked completely. Don't die now, we were doing so well, Shepard. I didn't get unload on this thing as much as I would have liked to. Hit it with Incinerate if you can, Morden. I'll try to run over here. Okay, I'm just going to aim at it again. Alright, that could have gone better. I could have done more damage, I think, there, but I'm just trying not to get taken down by these husks. I have enough Metagel that I could resurrect Miranda, but is there much point? I mean, she's sort of just gonna probably go down again quickly. Oh, there she's back up. Nice.
Trouble ahead.
We must have made it far enough fighting husks that the game decided to give her back. That's pretty cool. I'll try to keep that in mind, that they do resurrect your party member if you survive long enough during this, I guess. Just hack this laptop, but we didn't need to hack it, just access it. Steal that 1,000 credits. Try to keep these husks off Miranda for once. Warp them, Miranda, come on, get a few good hits in before you go down again. Come on. We're trying to keep you alive, Miranda, run. And she's down again already. The core's open. Okay, let's get her to halfway. Yes, nice. No husks, please do not distract me while I'm trying to blow this thing up. Get away. Come on, get it down. Okay, it needs to open just one more time. And I think we'll have it destroyed. Morden is really doing great in this mission. I don't think he's gone down once. I don't know what's the difference between him and Miranda. What's keeping Morden alive? Is he just able to maneuver better? Miranda seems to like to just take a knee and try to stand her ground in one place. But Morden, he does seem to move around a lot more. I don't know if his AI was just programmed to be better, or if he just has more health because of how I've upgraded him, or something like that, or maybe his pistol or submachine gun just does more damage than Miranda's. But yeah, been impressed by Morden in this mission. Neither he or Miranda are designed to be tanky enemies, so it's not unexpected that they sort of take a fair bit of damage. And Morden finally went down. Just as I was praising him. But he was sort of surrounded there. I could use these 2 metagel and get them back up, but I'll just do it in case, because we're really near the end of this mission. Shepard hasn't died yet, and having these 2 to draw some husks away would be useful. I mean, look how close the core is to being destroyed. It's only like got a quarter of its health left. It's taking a really long time to open this time for some reason. Incinerate, please, Morden. Nice. If Miranda and Morden go down again, though, I don't think I'll use more metagel on them. Because again, you sort of have a limited supply in Mass Effect 2, and I really want to keep it for the next mission, the collector base. It shouldn't be too difficult, but I think there could be a few parts where we might run into like a pretty tricky section. Finally, it's open. Okay, let's run over here and just unload on this thing. Come on, Shepard. No husks, please get away from me. Reload, Shepard, quickly, come on. Yes, there we go. Now we just sort of have to pick up Legion and get out of here.
Body intact. Unprecedented. Should bring it with us.
Cerberus would want it for research. It's dangerous.
So,
but I say
interestingly enough, both Miranda and Morden want to bring Legion. If you have someone like Tali there, she's like, this is dangerous, this is a bad idea, we should probably just leave Legion here.
Let's go.
So it's interesting that both Miranda and Morden think we should just bring Legion. Again, they seem to get on well together, those two. They're a pretty good team.
Open the port side airlock.
Morden's just really covering our back there while we escape. Nice, and that should be the last of our encounters with husks for a while. I think there's a few in the next mission, but not too many. Alright people, thanks for watching. I don't think we died once in that mission, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that after the Thean mission. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.